Hello Pisces, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. Today we're going to have a look at the love energy surrounding you from the 1st to the 7th of October 2018. Now Pisces, before we get started, I just want to give you a bit of a channel update. For the month of October, I will not be doing any private readings. So there'll be no private readings available until November from this date onwards. Anyone else who's already emailed and applied, I've spoken to you, so they're all good. But from now on, from the 1st to the 31st of October, I won't be taking any private readings. So just a heads up, if you do email me, you'll get a bounce back saying that I'm not available. Before we get started, Venus is retrograde from the 5th of October. What the hell does that mean? Venus rules love, beauty, money, abundance, wealth, anything that speaks to something that's fertile, right? And what's really interesting in your reading is that you actually have the Empress here, which is the sign of Venus. It has Venus as the ruling planet. It's also a sign of Taurus. But Venus is going retrograde from the 5th, okay? When Venus retrogrades, this is not the ideal time to start something new in terms of love. This is a time to go back and review who you are in love and what kind of people you draw into your life. It's a time of introspection. It's also a time where past lovers can return, okay? People that you have unfinished business with, you didn't kind of close the door, you still feel a connection with, you will find them coming up in this period. Whenever a planet goes retrograde, which literally is the astronomy term for showing the planet seeming to spin on its axis in a different way, but what it actually means is the energy changes, right? It affects us because we're predominantly water. When Venus does this, it's affecting and causing us to look at our relationships. It will, if you've recently started something, it will have an effect on that. It is not the ideal time to get into a new relationship. Anything that you start leading up to the Venus retrograde, during Venus retrograde and after, has a very high chance of not lasting. The reason why is because this period is going to really test you in terms of what you actually want. When a planet goes retrograde, there's always a shadow period. It's like when Mercury goes retrograde, you'll hear it. There'll be a beginning shadow period. There'll be when the planet actually retrogrades, and then there'll be an end. So there's this period of time where it's not ideal when Venus retrogrades to start anything new. It doesn't mean that it's all going to end in chaos. It's just, it'll be tense. And I can see that in your reading, Pisces. So that's just a heads up. It is going to cause you to look back at the role you've played in other relationships, the responsibility that you need to take, the reasons why those relationships might have failed. Ignoring warning signs, all that kind of thing. It's healthy, right? It allows us to be better people, better partners, better lovers, but just wanted to give you that heads up as what's happening in terms of energy around the planet. Okay, Pisces, let's get started with your love reading from the 1st to the 7th of October. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords represents a female air sign. So that would be a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius. Now, I'm going to go back through this and actually show you where you've come from and what you're coming into. I'm going back a fair way. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of readings for you, Pisces, and I'll have a look at my notes. I think they were like, I've been seeing 2 people in your readings for a little while. Figure out what you really want. Healing after new change, new love coming in, speak your feelings. There's been a lot leading up to this Venus retrograde, right? Because it's about to teach you a lesson. Whatever was going on for you last week and 2 weeks ago, this is the Moon card, this is the card of Pisces, you were seeing a light on things that were hidden. What that caused was someone actually being clear, cutting you out of their life, you cutting them out of their life, being really cutthroat with communication. And it caused this kind of moment, a tower moment, where either you moved on, they moved on, or you lost someone completely. It could have also caused someone to make an offer. And I do believe that an offer was made to you, or I saw someone making an offer to you a couple of weeks ago. This talks about that offer being rejected. Then that shows arguments, intention just around you with people involved. So this is the, just bickering. You can see that. So that could be with the person that you turned down. That could be with other people. That then turns you into feeling a sense of lack or loss, like maybe even depression, which then resulted in making a choice and offering your cup of love to someone new, that being that of a female air sign. Now, remember, this is a general reading, so I am giving you just a little bit of history there. if it's not a female air sign, it could be a woman that has these qualities, a very kind of logical, sometimes cold woman. She'll come across as maybe being a little bit detached, very smart, very wise. There's something about her. She's very intelligent, right? But has this kind of edge that kind of catches you by surprise. She's not as warm and nurturing as like a female earth sign. She's not as emotional as a female water sign. And she's not as passionate, as fiery as a female air sign. What she has and what her gift is, what her charm is in that ability to see things clearly. She's a very intelligent woman. Now, if this isn't the actual sign, the person you're dealing with, I have a male fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, don't worry about the gender. They can be fluid. I've already told you that I have the Empress here. This is an older, wiser, spiritual woman, someone that's just absolutely elegant, you know, seems to have the world at her feet, abundant. I have Leo here twice, repeating, so it could definitely be a Leo for you, especially with that fire sign. There are the signs that I have on the table. So repeating that again, female, air, male, fire, female Taurus, so a bit of earth, and then Leo. Regardless of signs, this is the person that I believe you offered your cup of love to. Now, if it's not, it may be that the person that you turned down has made a very, very clear conscious decision to cut you out of their life. Like full, done. And look, it's leaving you feeling like this is a repeating card for you. It comes up in every reading. It was a jumping card from the beginning. It's leaving you feeling this kind of lack and loss, that person walking away. This card, I think, has come up for you in every reading for the past 3 weeks when it comes to love. It's like, yes, you've won the battle, but at what cost? Who have you lost? Now, you do have at the start of this week some really fiery, passionate energy. You have the King of Wands coupled with the Two of Pentacles, coupled with the Sun. Now, the Sun is one of the very best cards you can get in the entire deck, especially in its upright form. It talks about shining light on everything around you. So no matter what other negative cards are here, this is basically your reassurance to know that whatever you're facing right now, it's going to be okay. Whatever's happened in the past that might have been hurtful, that challenged you, that really made you question who you were and what your beliefs are, just know that it's all happening for your higher purpose and it's going to be okay. Whatever's going on in this week, whatever comes out of this week, especially during Venus retrograde, just know, despite this energy, it's all going to be okay. Now, another repeating card, however, is this Two of Pentacles. This Two of Pentacles was in your reading last week, and I think maybe even the week before. This card speaks about juggling two things, right? Usually it speaks about things that are grounded, like monetary things, right? Two jobs, two passions, that kind of thing. But this is a love reading. So this is literally, I see as juggling two people. There are still two people in your life, Pisces. Could be a fire sign, could be an air sign. We've gone through the signs. The thing is that even though you may have made a choice, I still think in the back of your mind, you're wondering, did I make the right choice? Is this the right path for me? And it could be that the previous person that you're dealing with, Pisces, were very... This is the boss card, right? They are strong, they're a leader, usually very charismatic, charming, don't take no for an answer. Usually they become kings for a reason. They're older, they have learnt their shit. They're very passionate. They're also very creative, very sexual, usually have a lot of money. Now, it could be that you're questioning whether you made the right decision by walking away from this person, because this person did give you a sense of fulfillment. They did make you happy. And I feel like the Sun speaks about illumination from within, right? So I feel like this person really gave you something that no one else kind of did. It was like this kind of, this in knowing, this really seeing you for who you were, right? And at the moment, because you've made that choice, and I think you've made the choice of not having this person, you're feeling weak. You're feeling this sense of, yeah, I got what I thought I wanted, but is that what I want? It's still the same repeating message for you, Pisces. And unfortunately, because Venus is going retrograde for you in particular, it is causing you to rethink all of those decisions. Something happens this week with the person that you chose to commit to, or maybe the person that you're siding more with, that makes you change your mind. I say that because you have the Eight of Wands, which speaks of two things. In typical tarot, it speaks of communication, lots of communication, lots of backwards and forwards. It speaks about text messages, online, that whole thing, right? Social media, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's also known as the card of Cupid arrows for love, right? So it's almost like if you've made a conscious choice in your 3D and you've moved away from someone and you're feeling like that wasn't the right choice, or you're feeling like you're not sure, this is the sign that you're going to be communicating with that person going backwards and forwards. That person could very well be a Taurus woman. This is the Empress. Or just someone that you see as that real nurturing, kind, caring, motherly kind of figure. Again, this is the card of Venus, right? This is a spiritual woman. The Empress is like the queen of all queens, right? And she knows it. She knows her worth. She's high value. She is abundant. She, is very fertile. She doesn't need people to keep her going. It's really interesting, her strength, her inner strength that comes through. She's also very spiritual. You can see the colors in the deck there. Now, you could be communicating with this person. This could be the person that you've chosen. Either way, something happens during this week that causes you to feel like you've either made the wrong choice or that you don't feel quite yourself. Now, the reason why I say that is because you've got the Strength card in reverse. The Strength card in the upright speaks about being grounded, being, strong, being really happy with where you're going, that inner strength, that happiness going through. It's a card of passion and creativity. It's also a card of a woman taming a beast. So if you did have a connection with a spiritual woman that was an Empress, or could be a man, mind you, it doesn't have to be just a female because the card's female. It's not gender specific. The card of Strength speaks about a woman taming the beast, right? And typically it's kind of like this ideology. It's kind of, there's a bit of mythology that goes in it about how through this woman's strength, she's able to help the beast feel safe, help them feel comfortable, help them feel secure. If this was the person and you've lost that contact, you've lost that connection, I feel that's why you're feeling this way. You're not feeling like yourself. You have Strength in reverse. It could be causing you to have incredible anxiety where you're confused and you're just at your wit's end of like, what do I do? Which then causes you to reach out and communicate with this person. As I said, still juggling two people. Now, a word of advice here, like I said, Venus is going retrograde. So if this is making sense to you, if it's not, go please watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because it is a very specific message. If this is making sense to you and you're going, yeah, she's really hitting it on the mark, that's really what I'm going through right now, understand that it's part of the planetary alignment, okay? Your choice could still be the right one that you've made. It's just that the way the energies are around the planet right now, and you're, as a Pisces, you feel everything. You're an absolute empath. You are one of the most intuitive signs, if not the most intuitive sign out of the whole entire 12 signs. So you feel everything deeply. And when Venus goes retrograde, it has an effect on you. So you could just be beating yourself up and being too hard on yourself, really trying to question whether you've made this right decision. All I will say to you is don't act on anything now. Do whatever you feel is out of the goodness of your heart. And one of my mantras is always that I try not to hurt anyone as much as I possibly can. Okay, that's just something I personally live by. But if you are having doubt, if you're unsure about the choice that you've made, if you're missing someone and missing a certain connection, then the advice here is to reach out. Okay, don't be the person that sits there and sulks in the corner and is a sad sack and doesn't own their shit, because this is the lesson in it for you. It's okay to turn around and go, you know what, I made a mistake, or you know what, I miss that person, or you know what, I really need to cut that person out of my life. Maybe you need to cut this new one, whatever it is. You will need to make a decision at some point, Pisces, and you will need to let go. But I feel like if you are in this state of mind, and that's what I'm being shown very clearly, then it's your choice to act on that, okay? Miss someone, tell them. Love someone, tell them. Need someone, tell them. Communicate how you feel, all right? Okay, singles and couples. Let's get some further insight for you. Can I please have some additional information for my single Pisces? In love from the 1st to the 7th of October. What do they need to know? In love from the 1st to the 7th of October. One more card, please. There it is. Yeah. You have the heart chakra card, and this is all about healing your heart. coupled with strengthening bonds. This talks about, it's Ace of Pentacles, so it talks about making a concrete offer to someone, fresh starts, re-strengthening a connection that you had. Couples, I know I've talked very much about needing to make a decision. I haven't talked a lot about couples together. So I will just give you a little bit of insight. In terms of the week, I feel like you're questioning the person that you're with. You're questioning if they're actually going to be part of your future, if they will give you ultimate happiness, and if you can give that to them. I don't see a full breakup here. I don't have those cards, but I see you having that seed of doubt within you, okay? And that's okay. It's okay to doubt. It's what you do with that doubt that's the important thing. Please show me additional message for couples. Two cards as well. My goodness, this is going to be a long one. Okay, singles. Sorry, couples. By the Book and Treasure Island. Beautiful card. Singles, 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 singles. You need to do a little bit more healing, right? So heart chakra stuff talks about I love. And it says, parallel to the heart chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing. It's believed to be the link between mind, body, and soul. To activate this chakra, take a moment to send from your heart loving, healing energy in the form of blue and green waves. Blue for peace, green for healing. This send this to everyone and everything unconditionally. This love will be returned to you for your own healing. So if you are feeling, as I mentioned to you, as I can see here on the board, this lack of strength or, this sadness, this unsurety, then it's about actually taking the time to heal yourself. Sit there and just take a moment to yourself. If you meditate, if you do, if not, sit there in quiet contemplation. And as the guidebook says, send out blue for peace and green for healing. So imagine sending out blue, like imagine the person that you want to heal, imagine them in a blue light, a blue circle of light, and imagine the person that you want to heal yourself in a green circle of light, and so forth, right? It's about actually being able to heal that in a energetic level. That might be a bit deep for some. Now, strengthening bonds, this is the more practicality thing of it. And it says stability, reality, grounded, and health. And the key meaning is the potential exists now to bring greater stability to your relationships. Be realistic about what you can expect from others and about what you can offer in return. Be consistent and clear in your actions and demand the same. By taking a down-to-earth approach, your expectations of other people are more likely to be met and relationships will be strengthened. Scattered emotional energy will not serve you. That's what I'm seeing for you now, Pisces. Be sure to ground yourself. Steady and calm energy will translate into secure and strong relationships. To ground yourself, take a walk in nature and connect with the energy of the trees and Mother Earth herself. Enjoy greater health by exercising and eating well. A healthy body will help you feel confident about yourself and your abilities. This self-assured energy will enable you to improve current relationships and attract new ones as well. Lots of healing energy, Pisces. Okay, and for couples, by the book, and the essential meanings are abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or customs or universal laws. And the relationship message says, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to be. Your connection will deepen as a result. That's really about those ones that I said you're going to be having that question where you're wondering whether this person is really right for you during this week. And the invitation there is about actually accepting for people as who they are, not what you want them to be. Hard. Trust me, I know. Treasure Island. The law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundancy appearing as if from nowhere. And remember, you do have the card of the Empress. You do have that card of abundance. And it says, your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. And you know what, Pisces? I think that couldn't be a more prevalent message. And I think that's what I'll title this reading, Keep Your Heart Open, because it really is about opening your heart chakra, figuring out who you are, what you want, what you have to give in this world, and who you want to attract in. Big week for you, Pisces. I wish you all my love and light. Take care.